Hey, what's going on, guys? James here, and welcome back to more Team Mojo Racing Manager World Championship. And after the first race in Australia was a pretty good race so far, it was an excellent start to the season between these drivers, between Curtis and Warnes, giving us the first ever 1-2 for Ferrari. And we're now here for the second race of the season, guys. It will be the British Grand Prix at the Silverstone circuit. So, let's take a look at the Driver Championship after the first race of the season. We can see that Curtis Williams leading the Driver Championship, takes the full 25 points from the first race in Australia. Had a Rodney Skimmett, Lona Marino got third play, while Jet Li, before he had second play before he got a problem with the car. Samuel could have had third, or actually Max Jones actually could have had third play before he retired just before the end of the race as this race. So Lona Marino takes third. Team third had Chris Stone. Andy Clark was on pole position in Australia and finished fifth, had of Jake third. Then Peter Mir had a Jet Li who managed to get some points for the team. And just behind them it's Manu Gummit and D. Albert. In the Constructors Championship, Ferrari leading from Force 1 Racing, had a Green Power Racing, had a Yellow Doggy Racing and just got 10 points so far. Q Racing had another time with Turantic United Racing, while Cyber Racing only got 4 points so far from Jet Li. Well, only just 3 teams left to score for this and didn't score to the first race of the season. Let's take a look at the sponsors. We have got the Silver East, the Coing, and the Virginia Group. So hopefully we can do something to get the top 4 and the base bar for this. So, as we feel we got a problem with this curse, but let's see, is it ready yet? I think it's the staff, so still under construction. So hopefully it will be preparing for the next race in Italy, so hopefully that will be pretty well for this so far. Take a look at the calendars. So we got Britain. So we're getting ready to begin the Italian Grand Prix later on next up. But right up there, guys, we're going to go to Britain to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. And we're going to hand it over to you, to the commentators, Luigi and Cooper. So guys, take it away.
Hello everybody, my name is Luigi everybody, that is me, and welcome everybody to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix in Britain, where the track is going pretty well so far, and more expensive for this so far, including the St. Canes and Manchester Beckett, and many more like Abbey, and many more places like Brooklands has been placed with this. Well, unfortunately, the weather forecast for Corby will be very heavy rain with light showers and many more places to be there. But this British Grand Prix is particularly going very well indeed so far. But this circuit though is really going to be a pace field for this. But this is the second race of the season though. So who will win this race in Silverstone in Britain? Thanks for that, commentators. So look at this circuit though. It's very quickly wrecked so far. Are we just going to see the new pit straight we're going to go through? And we use this one for this. But we're not using that for that so far. So let's see how this one goes for this in Britain. So, here we are for the British Grand Prix. So, hopefully, how this one goes pretty with them. We're on full wet tyres, so the track is particularly creasy and wet so far as we're going around the Silverstone circuit. So, hopefully, how this one goes further so far. So, we're going to send one is coming out on the wet tyre because it's filled with wet. But it will be sunny in 50 minutes. So, are we going to have a change for this? So, Rodney Skimmer will be the first one to go out so far. And hopefully, how this one goes for him so far for this. So he's out to rain now, so hopefully he can do better for this so far for this. And Luigi, have you got any more update after that increasingly good first 1-2 of the season for the team for Ferrari? Well, it's an excellent progress to see FB both drivers going pretty well indeed, excellent for that, but it's going well so well for that.
Thanks for that, Luigi. We'll talk with you more about this later on for this information about this. So the British Grand Prix.
How much places to see everybody else is going on track so far? It's doing good so far for this. As we go through the circuit itself in Britain.
But this Silverstone circuit is getting pretty good, increasing enough for this. But how will the circuit go pretty well for this? But let's see how this one goes for this. As we're going to send out our driver Curtis Wood, who didn't come out just yet. But meanwhile, Rodney Skimmett is coming out the last corner and he begins his first lap around the Silverstone circuit now. So hopefully he's going to go faster so far indeed. And we can see all the drivers pretty good out so far for this. So
Unfortunately, this is a particular start for the Silver Arrows, though. Their car didn't go pretty well over the weekend so far, and we see how this goes wrong for them. So, Cooper, what happened to them during the last race in Australia? Well, Samuel Gomez had a problem with the engine problems, and the mechanical failure sent Max Jones after that, and that's gone a bit wide from what he's given. He lost it very clearly there, thank you for that, Cooper. Yeah, Max Jones, unfortunately, he retired. He was winning third place by the final corner and lost third place to Lolo Marino. And that's what happened when he didn't go first away. And no point for the Silver Arrow from that race in Australia. Well, thanks for that. And I think one of these guys is closing to his teammate, Curtis Woods. And we haven't seen that coming through there. He's on his outlap, so hopefully he can do better for that. Nick still has gone fastest on 1 minute 40.68. That was what his gimmicks doesn't have to be, but he's not going to try and beat that lap time. He's only second at the moment. Hopefully that will be pretty good so far for this. As this map section, you see all the drivers going pretty well so far for this. 3 drivers going into Abbey there, so that's pretty good for this so far. As Andy Clark has just beaten Rodney's gimmick there. Diddy Abbo is now takes fastest now. He's gone faster than Nick Steele. Pretty excellent now so far. Jet Li goes second fastest so far. Good that he did get second place in the last race in Australia, though. Let's see if he can do that in Britain, though, for the British Grand Prix. See all the drivers doing their lap so far for this. Completely well for this so far for this. As Curtis Rook hasn't done his lap just yet, so hopefully he will do this for the team. So hopefully, how will this red section do go so far for this? We're only about 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in qualifying for this British Grand Prix. And hopefully how this racetrack goes for Curtis Rooks as he goes around this circuit for Ferrari. Well, it's an excellent performance in for that, but it's going well so far when Rodney was blocked by his teammate. That's not very good for this so far. He goes full fastest. Well, Curtis is faster than his teammate though. Rodney's going to be in 14th place so far. We must have to return to the pit stop. As our Dondas is now on pole position now. Is this at 1 minute 38.72? As Christo goes third, Curtis Woods in fourth, and Nick Steele's in sixth place. Lolo Marino, who got the podium in the last race in Australia, is now in 20th so far. Tammy Usla is in 8th place, so hopefully the Usla team will get into the points this weekend, and hopefully they could do better for this. So hopefully how this one goes pretty well for that. Yeah, it's going pretty well indeed so far. We're burning on Curtis Woods now. And he's hovering to get a better lap so far for this. Pretty need to get this one for the good so far. As Rodney might come back to the pits and change a new tyre slap parts. Yeah. But pretty sure that will not affect anything for the railway at all. So, through there goes Curtis Woods. The water is pretty wet so far for this second it does. And Curtis is not improving his lap time at all. As in comes what needs to give him. And pretty some more driver coming to pit for the tyres. And hopefully they could get some advantage for this. So hopefully Prix get the advantage for that. So we're going to send out one needs to give it again. So hopefully he will have enough time to complete another lap so far. Or maybe not. There's only 2 minutes left to go. And so then it's tricky to be pretty wet so far. I think Curtis may have enough for that, so we might have to come into the pit so far. So let's see who will do better for this. Let's be going through this second now. Aaron Donner is in pole position so far. Max Jones staying in 17th place so far. And any more Cooper? Well, yeah, Andy Clark staying in 11th place so far. Because he's only 1 position off on the points for you need to try and get. But his teammate Abby Fist is in 10th place. He's only just about 1,500 tenths down on him, but it was pretty good so far for him. But he's faster than him so far. Well, Diddy Abba for the Green Power Racing team is second and third for Christo. As Curtis Wood is back to the pit so far as Ronnie Skimmett. It's good, pretty good his lap so far before the end of the session, so hopefully he can do that so far for this. But pretty sure how this lap time goes through, and we've just got about 30 seconds left to go for this qualifying session now. Everyone needs a last lap factors dash now to the line, and hopefully they can do better for this, so hopefully they will do for that. As we go through this circuit itself here at Silverstone, guys, for the British Grand Prix. Remember, good start to the season to both VRS, the 1-2 for the first race, and that's time's up here in Britain for the qualifying session, so hopefully drivers are completing their last lap of the race so far. Who is going to go, potentially go fastest in this British Grand Prix? Anna Devine goes second. Abby Fisher goes third. Faster, not faster than Aaron Donner so far for this. We've got 2 more drivers going through. No improvement there. Aaron Donner's not proving it not so far, but Rodney Skimmett is on his lap so far, but Rodney is needs to get a really good lap so far for the Ferrari. And we have nothing left to do so far. As everybody else are completely going to do so far the lap so far. As so many little drivers, Max Jones and Han Wade are pretty improved a bit, but where would Rodney's gimmick would go when he crossed the line, and he goes only 7th fastest at the moment. Wow, that was a great qualifier on that, but it's Aaron Dollar who took pole position ahead of Anna Devine in 2nd place, but just 30 tenths down on her. Abby Fisher got 3rd ahead of Han Wench. Max Jones got 5th ahead of Dee Above. Rodney Scammer only 7th ahead of Chris Dunn, Andy Close, and Curtis Groot is rounding up the top 10 for this. There's Jet Li, there's Tammy Usla, Nick Steele, Peter Moon, Jenny Foyce 15, Sorry Usla 16, there's Lola Marina, Sammy Ho only 80 ahead of Josie Batusta, and Samuel Gumi starts at the back of the field. So hopefully they can do better for that in the race itself. So, it is still completely wet so far in Britain now. We get ready to start the race so far. Any more trees for the weather they get their 6th lap race? Well, yeah, it's going to get dry a bit later on in the race, like on lap 5 or lap 6, where you try to decide to try to pit for the intermediate tyre, or actually not try to go for the hard tyres. Well, we're about to find out when we get ready to go here in Britain. Round 2 out of possible 6 races so far. As we get ready to go here in Britain. The lights are out and they're away. And that's a slow, good start there. And we see a lot of driving getting pacier so far. But Aaron Jones kept the lead so far. But Anna Devine is in 3rd place so far. Andy Close lost precision. And there goes Zoe. Gets past him. So is Max Jones. Well, because Peter Moon actually gets past him too. Well, actually, no. Where's Tammy? See, everybody else is off the precision now. Ronnie Ogg is in 8th place there. Andy Close has a bad start there. Tammy is making his move now. Actually, no. Yeah, that is Tammy. He's up into 9th place away. He's just got past Andy Close, fighting with him so far. As we go through the Abbey section now. So hopefully how this one for this section goes for this. As here comes Tammy. We need to get this pace goes pretty well with this so far. As there goes one is giving it on Andy Close and but not quite yet, as there goes Peter Moon who goes past him, but Rodney takes the position back, and there goes Lola on his move on. No, that's Josie on Nick Steele, but Nick Steele takes the position, and then Zoe gets past him too as we come into the end of the 1st lap. Well, that's a very good start there from everybody else we have so far. As we say, Rodney's in 2nd place so far. As Curtis is not pretty good so far. Luigi, do you have any more news? Well, yeah, I was thinking about that because Alan just overtaken Aaron Jones for the lead, but Aaron's teammate Jenny Foy is down into last place. He's now down in last place already, just by Manuel Gomez and Samuel Hope. Thanks for that, Luigi. So, Anna Devine now takes the lead now, but meanwhile, Dibby Abbott and Abby Fisher are fighting together. As so many other drivers are pretty good around for this wet race here in Britain. As Rodney is giving a seat that Tammy Usler and Andy Close, and there goes Andy Close on Tammy Usler. And would he make it the move so far? Oh, and maybe, and there goes Rodney on Tammy as he gets through too, as Andy Close moving himself into 9th and Rodney into the points. We're going on Curtis Wilkes. And he's trying to get, he's got close to Chris Dunn, and he's just behind him, it's Didi Abbott. So hopefully, they're ahead of him so far. We entered the 3rd lap of the race so far. Here in Britain in Silverstone. 4 minutes until the sun comes out, and we're able to try and switch to wet tyres. Cooper, did you say lap 4 or lap 5? I say lap 5 actually, James. Thank you for that, Cooper. And we'll see how this race goes pretty well so far in Britain. For this race, it's going pretty rain pulled down for this. There goes Andy Close. He might have to take a look on Curtis Brooks, but he couldn't make the move there instead on the inside. Would he might try to go to the outside or the inside this time, but he can't get close to him so far. Through the go into Abbey and head to the loop second. And there goes Andy Clark on the outside of Curtis Brooks, but he's trying to make the position, and that's very good. Curtis had the back out of it, and Andy Clark gets past him for 8 plays. What an extra good drive there to the man who got pole position in Australia last day. But we're good one for that for Leo. And he's locked up, and Curtis get the position back, and then someone's locked up. That is Chris Stone. As they burn about has put as Chris they just pushed him up, and there goes Ronnie Skibber. He gets past him and his teammate too, as Ronnie Skibber move over to a play. I bet the stewards might look at that investigation between Andy and Curtis Woods, because Curtis pushed Andy close off the track. Luigi, did you see that replay? Yeah, I see that's Andy's mind to try to get overtaken Curtis, but he pushed him off the track, so that is not very good so far, but his car performance is not very good for that. Well, that was not very near. That might be a bad, dangerous drive between Curtis Brooks and Andy Close a bit, but not quite for that. The steward will not have investigated for this. And there goes Ronnie Skilly. He might have a look on the driver. And he gets past Chris Dunn, but Chris Dunn takes the position back. But meanwhile, Andy Close finally overtaken Curtis Brooks. Yeah, he wants to try to do it on the outside, though. He doesn't want to pay that. And there goes Ronnie, and there goes Andy Close. He might have a look on him. And he goes, Ronnie's going on the grass, and through goes. And he goes, but he goes on the side again, like Curtis. We did to Curtis, but Ronnie takes the position back. There's no further action there, no collisions, and he gets past him for that important A play. What an amazing way we're having today in Silverstone in Britain, guys. As the sun has finally come out now after we just 4 laps ready. Kubit is right on lap 5 now. That is going pretty well for this. Yeah, I was right for this. Now, are we going to see any more drivers going to switch tyres with this lap so far? Well, look at this. Curtis is holding off Andy Close. And he's just got Peter Nick Steele and Zoe Usler. He's going pretty well so far there. And there goes Andy Close on the outside of Curtis Brooks. But he couldn't make it mixed stick so far. Oh, he's going to the grass, and there goes Peter Moon up into 10th place, and then he's going to get past Curtis too. And Peter Moon has moved himself up into 9th place already. But meanwhile, Curtis is trying to hold off Andy Close, and there's a trainer cars just behind him so far. And here comes Andy Close. Couldn't do it on the start finish straight so far, but not quite moving off to be so far. Meanwhile, Chris Dunn and Diddy Abbo, actually, no, let's see, yeah, he's Nick Steele and Jet Li, because Johnson, and here comes, I think that's Jet Li. He's going to try and get past Andy Close, but he's not there just yet. And there goes Ronnie Skimmer on the move on Chris Stone for 7th. That's the next good move there from Ronnie Skimmer. And there's goes one drive, that's Diddy Abbo, as he's slowing down. I think he locked up during the club section curve. Through the area they come into turn 1. And Diddy lost some time there from the braking zone in the club section. But here goes Ronnie Skimmer on trying to get past Diddy Abbo. And there's Chris Jones just following him, his teammate, as Diddy locks up and gets through, and Chris Jones gets past his teammate too. As what are the stewards? Diddy Abbo went on the grass, and through goes Chris Doe. I think the stewards are not very good for this Green Power Racing team. As through goes Ronnie Skimmer up into 6th place, as Chris Doe gets past his teammate Ronnie Skimmer. Well, actually, not Ronnie Skimmer, it's actually Diddy Abbo. So I think Diddy Abbo doesn't want to do cross some time there. I think he's got like a mechanical problem with the car, brake problems for this, as the track is getting dry now for new tyres for this. Taking a look at the gap between Aaron Jones and some more drivers, so hopefully we're going to see more drivers going to come into pit so far. So wait, hang on, are we seeing a driver come into pit? I think we are. Some of the drivers that might come into pit so far. Box, Curtis, box. Lewis, all the drivers are going to switch the trains there, guys. Is everybody else is going to try to stop too? 4.39 for that, and 4.39 for Curtis Rock. That's a good fastest lap so far for this. As someone done, Jet Li, Zoe Uso, so many more drivers have gone onto the hard tyres so far this race. Means is that other drivers going to struggle on their new tyres on the wets. Meaning the track is going to dry up so far, but it's going to get cloudy later on. As this race is pretty too wet at the moment, as there goes everybody else goes through this circuit. Or bit on grass there from Andy Close there, and I think that might be Curtis Rooks there, as he was trying to block him so far. Here goes Aldi, trying to go on the outside for Curtis. He did that a couple of times, but not this time though. He can't get past on the 8th lap so far on the halfway through mark for this stage. Wiggum moves message there from Curtis Rooks there as he gets his hands on that crown for that, but he plays leading champion so far as 1 top 9 away now. Primo hops the kids and kills for this for one his gimmick there. As he's on lap 9 away now to possible 60 laps of this British Grand Prix in Silverstone. As the Silverstone circuit is getting pretty dried up a bit, so all the drivers are a bit struggling in the moment. But how this one changed the race so far for this? With Brian Curtis having a look on Peter Moon and gets past him for 9th place, and there goes Diddy, and Lola Marino has got a mechanical failure and he's retiring the car. She faces an excellent third in the last race, means he's going to return on the line flat. Curtis has made his move out for 8th place and he's getting past Peter Moon, but now he's trying to get past Diddy Abbott. Well, he got past him, now he's on Chris Stone's tail now, actually. As Chris Stone made his way into pit, means that one his gimmick is now in the lead of the race so far, as when the other drivers are pit for soft, but unfortunately Lola Marino oh no! One of his gimmick's got car trouble. Oh my goodness me, the man who's finished 2nd place is retiring from the lead of the race. Cooper, what do you think is going on with one day? I think the car might be going power issues at the moment, so I don't think that car will not be pretty good as well for that, and unfortunately he's going to retire the car. Oh, disappointment day for one of his gimmick. It means that only Curtis Wood is now in 5th place over, as Jenny Fro, he's retiring the car now, has a mechanical failure on the 10th lap. So this is not what they wanted so far, as a mechanical failure for that. On the 11th lap now, we're on now. It's the Aaron Jones now leads the race from Max Jones. Then it's Ham Wench and then the fine 4. Well, meanwhile, Tammy, well actually that's Zoe, on his closing on Curtis Wills, as one of his kids has retired the car. Disappointment day to the season to one his gimmick there, guys. As we might set the engines up, but no orders yet. So he's on the back of Curtis Rooks now. So what he will do so far, so Curtis is the only Ferrari left now in this race. As he locked out, there goes Zoe into P5 already, as Zoe gets past Curtis Rooks for 5th. So Usla, of course, having scored in points in the last race, have now come back to take 5th place from Zoe. Meanwhile, Tony's in 8th place so far, so hopefully how will both of the Usla will get some points in this weekend for this race here in Britain. Oh, somebody's won with Zoe's car. Zoe Usla has a mechanical failure like did Jay Throne but unfortunately Zoe is a problem. He was winning the race in 5th. What could have been the best result of the racetrack has gone to absolute disaster for this. 4 cars retired, and we're on to 12th lap already, as we're on to lap 13 already, as Aaron just crossed the line there. As we've got 4 laps to go here at this circuit in Silverstone, guys, for the British Grand Prix for this circuit itself. Chris Stone is retiring from this race and he's having entry trouble with the car. So what is going on with these cars going retired from this race so far? This is not going well so far from this racetrack so far. As the race is coming to a close now. More drivers are coming into the pits away now, so hopefully they can do something like this so far. Curtis Wilkins in the pit so far. Hopefully he can gain some fantasy time there and get the race going again. There's an under-investigated switch between Nick Steele and Andy Close. Both cars have seemed to be okay so far, but I thought they're going to make a collision there, like Curtis and Andy did back in the last few laps ago. But let's see who's going to go. We've got 2 laps to go, and there's a 1-2 going on for Handmaid and Anna Devine for the purple team are on their way for our first ever 1-2 finish for the team for this. It was Fiori's day in Australia, but which team would it be for this? As Max Jones will hopefully get on the podium position this time. Well, last time in Australia, he failed to set a lap time. He failed to get across the line and didn't finish the race at all. As Max takes second place from Aaron Devine, where is Aaron Donald? He's going to have a look on. He's having a look on the Max there. Well, he's now takes the lead from Aaron Devine now, and he's begun the fire up so far. I mean, this race is coming to a close. As now Curtis Ray is on his way on Abbey Fizz for 5th place now, but meanwhile, what is that happening? Here comes Han Wench. Comes round the far corner. And he will come round to win the British Grand Prix. It's Hans Wench wins from Max Jones. Aaron Donald takes second place. Anna Devine will take way to finish for good points, but Han Wench takes the victory. Abbott Fizz is going to hold off Curtis Wilkes for that 5th place. Wow, an excellent race so far for there. 7 is going to go to Jet Li. Terry Uzo got the first point for the Uzo team with header Andy Close and Peter Moon. Wow, what an incredible race that was for this racetrack for this so far. And the 5 retirements were Chris Stone, Sorry Ursula, Ronnie Skimmett, Jenny Fro, and Lona Marino. So, congratulations to Han Wen. He wins his first ever win in this season at the Max Jones and Aaron Donald finished P3. Good race win for so far. But how will this affect the championship so far for this? Well, the championship has now been changed now. Means that Curtis Wood now takes the lead in the drawing ahead of Han Wen now. Ronnie Skill is now in 3rd. Had the Max Jones get his first points yet, as Aaron Donald is in 5th place so far. And Tyler Sace with Lona Marina ahead of Andy Close is in 7th place so far. In the quarters, Fiore are still leading so far, but Whisper Diana had a good race so far. Made the team up to 2nd place in the quarter challenge just behind Trianic, who jumped ahead of the Dottie Racing, while Silver Arrows, Green Power, Cyber Racing, and also Racing have finally got some points to the board, and now all the teams have now scored some points. And there's only just 4 rounds to go. Well then guys, thanks for watching for this British Grand Prix race guys. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we have so far. And yeah, it was disappointing we got 4 touches for that, so 3 for that. Well guys, thanks for watching for this British Grand Prix guys, and we'll see you next time for the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. For the Italian Grand Prix, it will be very good there. So Cooper, we'll see, and Luigi, we'll see you next time. Yeah, goodbye, see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for that. Luigi said goodbye.
Alright, thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you next time in Monza, Italy. Goodbye!